Okay, I hope you guys are ready for a rant because I feel one coming on, I'm telling you. I don't know if you remember the good old days, when eBay was eBay and it was new and you could put up a piece of lint from your dryer and it would sell for $350. Anyway, I do. Back then, eBay would come out with an announcement about once a year, and it would usually be fee increases or something, pretty basic. And the professional worriers would be all over the eBay boards and the Yahoo groups. And it's the end of e-commerce as we know it. And oh my gosh, what are we going to do? And, all this stuff. And here's my cat, Sammy. When she hears me talking, she thinks I'm looking at her. So anyway, that would happen and we would all freak out. And after about a week, it would calm down and people would realize it wasn't the end of the world as we know it. And life would go on. My attitude during most of that was, this is eBay's playground. This is their sandbox. And if you don't like the rules, you need to make your own sandbox. So imagine my consternation, I guess, when I found out that I was looking forward to this bucket of changes that was coming. Do you guys remember the town hall in February? Because the town hall in February, they promised that they heard us and they understood that it was causing problems. When they would announce a change and we would all go out and spend, 25 hours straight revising our auction templates to take out whatever word they decided wasn't good that day. And then 2 weeks later, they would announce that, you know what, we thought about it and it's okay. And so, another 25 hours. Anyway, supposedly, according to the eBay brass in the February town hall, they heard us and they felt our pain. So they were going to announce changes twice a year only. They called them buckets. They said they were going to announce buckets of changes. And they told us that it would only be twice a year. And it would all be announced at once. And we would have plenty of time, months, I'm thinking, to adapt our business to the changes. And I was hopeful. And I thought, this is cool, because before eBay was doing great and they would announce some change and it would screw everything up. And we, the sellers, would be, of course, the ones that were used. So now things aren't going so great on eBay. I'm doing okay, but the economy's not good. And I've heard of a lot of sellers that got caught in the DSR thing and are no longer on eBay. Some of them good sellers. I know 2 personally that were suspended or whatever until their DSRs come up, which it basically is a year for some of these people. Anyway, now things aren't so great. And so now when I hear about eBay changes, I'm thinking, oh good, please, let somebody there have a good idea, okay? Now, I wouldn't dare try to tell eBay, like some of the people online that are much smarter than I am, will tell them, here's what I think you should do. I don't know what you should do, okay? I just know that things are changing and you have to change. I get that. But the changes you're making, they ain't working. Listen to my lips. They ain't working, okay? So, I don't know what to tell you to do. I just know that I was really looking forward to this bucket. And I thought, maybe they'll have some great idea and it'll revive the whole thing, and maybe we'll get some of that old excitement back on eBay. And I was really excited. Anyway, so I waited and waited and waited because they told us it would be next month. And that's March, and today's March 31st. So we were just sure, I was sure it was going to happen while Griff was on vacation. That didn't happen. I lost $50 on that one. Then Griff says on the radio show last Thursday, we'll have a whole new program to talk about on Tuesday. So I'm thinking, this is great. This is wonderful. And I can't wait. And I have a radio show Wednesday night. We didn't even book a guest. We thought we'd be so busy talking over all the discussion. Well, instead of taking a bucket and giving us all this great change that I was hoping would help, it's like eBay opened it up today and went, here you go. Here's something. Isn't that great? And I'm just left feeling, where's the frickin' bucket? I mean, come on, that's not a bucket, that's a drip in a bucket. And then, in the back of my mind, oh, and by the way, I called into Griff Radio today, and Lee told me that April 14th, just happens to be the next town hall, would be, and I quote her, the most important day in eBay history. Not sure if she really knows what that means, but I don't either. And all I can say is, John, where's my damn bucket?